Welcome to Insanely Positive. Your oasis of joy when the world seems grey and full of grumpy faces. I'm Suzanne Freiherz. Thank you for joining me. I'll feed you buckets of joy to bring out your best self so you can live your best life. Hello everyone. It is so wonderful that you are here with me again. Thank you. This week I would like to continue the series of activating joy. I talked about 3 different strategies how to activate joy in the last episodes, and today I will talk about a 4th strategy, and that is staying calm in the middle of a challenge. Why in the middle of a challenge? Well, I think we can all agree that when everything is peaceful, it's pretty easy to stay calm. But when everything is not really peaceful and easy, this is the moment when our true strength of our inner calm kind of shows itself. Because in the middle of a challenge, I think we can all agree, it's a little more tricky to stay calm than when we're not challenged. So what I want to talk about today is how to stay calm when we are challenged. And by staying calm, we can be clear on the inside, and then we can discover our joy just to have fun with this challenge. And this is our strategy of today. So how do we best practice this strategy? As always, I turn to movement because this is what I have been doing in the last 17 years, sharing movement. If you know my podcast, if you know me, then you know that I've been sharing Una classes. And I always share this concept with my group, and I practice it myself in the very same way, in a balance pose. Because when you just think about it or you do it, standing on one leg, for example, very easy, just lift one foot off the floor, and immediately we are being challenged, aren't we? And this is a wonderful opportunity not only to strengthen the whole body, but to do more than movement, because we are more than body. I think every workout should include everything that we are. And this, of course, is the inner thing as well, the mind. So we can lift one foot off the floor and then just kind of see and be curious what happens on the inside when I am in trouble and I am challenged and it's difficult, and then, whoa, maybe I fall. What is my reaction? And sometimes our reaction is anger, or we get frustrated. And what happens when we are frustrated? Oh, damn, that is so difficult. Oh, I fell again, or I always have to put down my second foot. This is really difficult. When we're angry or frustrated, what happens? The joy is gone, right? It's just not fun to be angry and to be frustrated. I think we can agree on that, can't we? But there is another option, and it's all about how to react. It's all inside of us. We could have a lot of fun with a balance pose. We could laugh and we could really enjoy this. I think that when we do a workout, when we spend time for our well-being, joy should be the most important thing. Why? Because we need it. Because in our everyday lives, in our job, at school, whatever you do, things are stressful and life is so serious. And I think we need to activate joy as often as we can to balance out the stress and the pressure of our everyday lives. So when we have time for ourselves, I think joy and having fun is the most important thing. It's so nurturing for the body, for the mind. It makes such a huge difference. This inner state of mind changes everything. So I think that this is just a perfect moment to activate joy and to practice to activate joy. And I very often say this to my groups when I can see that people are stumbling or falling or they're in trouble. Well, everyone is in trouble. And some people begin to have a grumpy face and then they are frustrated and all that. And then I just do an example just to make clear how the reaction to a situation changes everything. And it's like in the inside, the voices in the head, it's kind of like when we're in an airplane and there are turbulences. And what happens when the pilot talks to us? And he or she says, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some turbulences. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, right? That's the normal thing. And then we hear the voice of the pilot and he or she, they sound really calm and reassuring, right? It's like, ladies and gentlemen, we're going through turbulences. Like, this is just this, oh, okay. Oh, we're going through turbulences. Everything is fine. The pilot is relaxed. Woohoo! I can still enjoy my flight, right? That's the reaction, usually. But what would happen if the pilot would react like the voices in our head? Imagine you're in this airplane, turbulences are present, and then the voice comes and you're expecting this calm, reassuring voice, and then the pilot goes like, guys, we're flying through turbulences, this is awful, I'm so scared, this is terrible, what should we do? Right? If you're not freaked out by that, you are when you hear the voice. And this is what is going on inside of us very, very often. So when I tell this, when I talk about this, just like I do now, people begin to laugh because it's kind of a ridiculous example, but still, it's very on point. And then people laugh because they're like, oh, right, this is exactly like the voice in my head. And then we just switch on this calm and reassuring voice inside and we're like, okay, there is turbulence. The floor underneath my foot is moving. This is why I have trouble and I fall. But I can stay calm because I can just have a laugh, have some humor with myself, have some fun with the turbulences, right? Like a little kid. If a kid is doing a balance thing and then they fall, they laugh. They have so much fun that they even fake fall because falling is more fun. And I just invite my groups to rediscover this inner joy that is completely untouched by expectation and by pressure and by stress and everything that we push us to do and want us to do and expect from us. And once we tap into this inner joy, it's so much fun. The complete group, the frequency, the atmosphere, everything changes when I bring this example with the pilot. And then everybody's laughing and having fun and suddenly the bodies relax and the minds relax. And it's just this beautiful, fun situation. And what we do is we program ourselves to stay calm in the middle of a challenge. And this is so, so helpful and so useful. Because once we do it in our workout and we program ourselves to react this way instead of getting angry and frustrated, we automatically react the same way in our everyday lives, in our work life and everywhere, in our families, because we've reprogrammed ourselves, because we've activated joy instead of being frustrated and angry and all that, right? And I thought of this situation with the pilot from a personal experience. Because when I was in New Zealand for the first time a couple of years ago, Tom and I booked a flight into the mountains, and it was like an adventure to book, but it was a little bit more adventurous than than the description had said, I have to say. So we were in a little plane, just us two and the pilot. And the pilot was this huge guy with broad shoulders, and he was almost too tall to climb into the small airplane. So it was just the three of us, and we were taking off and we were flying, and it was incredibly beautiful. It was breathtakingly beautiful, really. I have never seen something like that. We were flying over mountains and steep valleys, and everything was pure natural forest. Everything was green, and the valleys there were rivers running through, and these rivers, I have never seen such a color. They were bright blue. It was completely amazing, and I was taking pictures, and I was so happy and grateful that I just can be here. And then everything was calm. And I mean, it's nice when everything is calm, right? But it's not desirable when you're in an airplane, because when you're in an airplane, you want to hear the noise of the airplane, right? So something was wrong. I don't know what technically happened. I have no idea about airplanes, but I know that there should be a noise and we should be moving forward. And it was not happening. So something was wrong with the engine. Everything was completely silent. And then I was like, oh, that's not so good. But then this guy was like, oh, no worries, guys. And just, I don't remember what exactly he said, but he said just like, oh, just a little trouble and no worries. And then, bam, everything switched on again. And I was like, ooh, okay. He really helped me calm down. His voice was calm, and I completely believed him that there was no need to worry. So that was interesting. Just his calm voice and his reaction. He was completely calm, completely relaxed. That helped me to calm down. So this is what I am doing for my groups with this example, right? Later, the same thing happened again and again. I don't remember how many times the engine stopped, but a couple of times, and it got longer and longer. The phase where everything was calm, nothing worked, and then the engine switched back on again. So the calm phase kept expanding, which was not very, very good. And it happened a couple of times, and then I noticed a change in the pilot. And he became worried. He just became really nervous. And I noticed that as soon as his calm was gone, mine was gone too. Because I thought, okay, if he is worried, that is really, really not a good sign. So if you are from New Zealand, and I know that a few people are listening, yay, thank you. Or if you've been to New Zealand, then you know that there is this whole mentality of no worries. They are very relaxed. And I think it takes a lot to make them nervous, just generally speaking. So this no worries is really a mentality they all carry. So you can relate to that when I say he became nervous, then you know, oh, this is really, really a challenging situation. So something is really bad once a New Zealand guy gets nervous, right? But okay, in the end, everything went well. But it was a very valuable experience for me. And so I can share it with my group. I don't tell the whole plane thing, just the thing with the pilot. calm voice, not so calm reaction. And I think what we can take from that is we practice it in our workout, in a relaxed situation, right? I mean, to stay relaxed and to have fun flying is more tricky when you are in a plane where the engine keeps stopping. So I think it's more useful to practice it with just standing on one leg. So you can do this. I hope you do this next time you do your workout, or maybe right now. You can stand up, stand on one leg, and maybe you lift the other leg just slightly in the air, just slightly above the ground. And what you can do is you can circle the foot in the air, just small circles, and this will cause trouble. And that's exactly what we want, right? We want to practice to get ourselves in a situation that is difficult, because we want to practice this for our everyday lives, how to react with a calm and happy mind. So first you can circle, and when you stumble, when you fall, when you have trouble, just notice, what is my first reaction? So when you notice yourself, you're frustrated, you're angry, just take a breath. Remind yourself this inner voice can change. It can become calming. It can be humorous, right? You have the option to deal with this in a different way that is more fun. So you can laugh, you can have some humor with yourself, you can fake fall just to have even more fun. And then you can reprogram yourself to deal with a challenge in a different way. And you will notice as soon as you switch your mindset that you will have fun with your practice again. Because, as I said, when you do something for yourself in your valuable free time, I think joy should be the most important thing. Because nothing is more nurturing, right? So just have a good laugh and see how you activate joy by just facing the challenge with a calm mind. So I hope you have a lot of fun. If you have children and they see you doing this, they will join you. They will help you rediscover this fun. And just notice and enjoy, please, this awareness. There is a place inside myself where I am calm and cheerful. And this space inside is completely untouched by everything that is going on, by me having trouble keeping my balance, by falling. This space inside is completely untouched. And also, please be aware what that means for your everyday life. When you reprogram yourself to activate joy, to truly enjoy a challenge, think of your family life. Think of your job, your school, when you go to school. When you reprogram yourself to, when you're challenged, activate joy, activate inner calm, this changes everything. So I hope you have fun practicing this, standing on one leg or whatever balance, flow, pose thing you want to do. This was strategy number 4 today. Please enjoy. If you haven't heard the other 3 strategies, make sure to listen to the previous 3 episodes. And with this, everyone, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for spending time with me again. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think. Get in touch with me. You can find me either on social media or on my website. That's yuna.com, yuna.com. If you want to practice with me, if you want to do a workout with me, you can find classes and courses on my website as well. So this would be fantastic, of course. It would be my pleasure and my honor to share my work with you. And in my work, you will always, in every workout, in every stretching session, you will always find all these concepts that I'm speaking of in this podcast. It's never just about the body. It's always about everything you are. You are more than your body. You're more than your thoughts. So everything is included in my sessions, in my practice, in my workouts, in my stretching sessions, because, well, you are more than your body. So whenever you spend time with yourself, I think we need to nurture everything that you are. And this is what I'm doing. And this is what I call you now. So thank you, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. And we will meet again next week. And until then, take a breath. Lift the corners of your mouth. Activate joy. And then let joy pervade your whole face, your eyes, your ears, your hair. Let it flow down through the throat, the neck, into your collarbones, shoulders, arms, down into your fingertips until you feel like your hands are smiling. Let joy flow down into your heart, your lungs. Let it pervade your whole upper body, your organs, your belly, your spine, down into your hips and your legs, through your knees and ankles and heels, into your toes, until it feels like the soles of your feet are smiling too. Let everything that you are be full of joy. And of course, create joy and bliss, shed the negative. The new normal is insanely positive.